Hey, y'all. Getting my black coffee on. I'm still coming for that Azonto. I didn't know then what I know now. Ooh, I can't Azonto nothing on this camp. That's the Azonto. Deeper. Okay, y'all, I'm going to pause for the calls because I want this to get on my sound bar. Down there. Yeah, my laptop under the table. Hey! Oh, I'm just bursting with good news, y'all. And this ain't all I'm going to be educational. Because it's one lesson I'm going to keep on repeating and repeating. Y'all going to say that old lady kept on saying that. She said it so much, she was making me crazy. I was tired of hearing her say it. But hunties, you going to hear me say sober. Till you get tired of hearing sober. And I ain't gonna get tired of saying it until I get more, hearing more y'all say it too. Okay. Go get you some black coffee. So I got Alicia DJing for me. I call this tablet Alicia. Okay, y'all. I look smaller to you for real. I did lose weight. I showed y'all when I donated them underwear to the hurricane victims at the YMCA. The pants that I had on, I couldn't even get in them last year. My girlfriend sent me them last year. Couldn't even get in them. But I was too cute that day when I donated the underwear. Yeah, I did lose weight. I lost. Not trying. I ain't on no diet. But the Savvy diet, I eat alkaline. I left that meat alone. I ain't left that dairy, y'all. That's hard. Do you know the scientific, statistical data is just now? acknowledging the fact just how addictive cheese is. Oh, I'm gonna tell y'all why, but this not that video. Mama wanna stay focused on what's happening now, cause I'm destined for greatness. I promise y'all. Do y'all know what this month is? This is my little notes to myself. What I want to remember to say. October is ADHD, cancer, and cyberbullying awareness. And all three of those ankles touch all throughout my life and my family. Especially in particularly me. And I want to help some of y'all. Because some of the ADD people, y'all gonna miss. Because it is so much, overdiagnosed. And every time a kid got some behavior issue, it ain't necessarily ADD. Because they ain't call me ADD when I was in school. They called me gifted. That's not a learning disability when they call you gifted. So labels you put on stuff, it don't help nobody. But I take that back. You need the labels so you can get the right kind of help. So only in that regard. So it was very important to me to have a proper diagnosis, and that proved to be difficult being female. Because by and large, boys are identified sooner and quicker. Because girls ain't jumping up out their seats socially. They socialize to sit down. They ain't running back and forth to sharpen the pencil. Me, they called me gifted. I would finish my work so fast, the teacher didn't know what to do with me. And she said, well, go help the other kids. So I always had that, exposure in terms of I had the compassion, and I didn't think I was better than nobody. And I didn't even think I was so special, but I realized how special I was when in the 3rd grade they put me in the 5th grade. And I also wondered why my mother was so dead set against it. Who wouldn't want to get a double? That's cool for cool. I understand it now. And Jesus, ooh, the mercy you have shown me. Some lessons, it takes time to learn, because you don't understand back in the day when it was happening, when or why. But literally, in the 3rd grade, I dropped out. That's a part of my story I don't even hardly talk to my family about. It just came up between me and my sister, who's discovering her daughter is ADD. She's not, but her daughter is. And it's painful. I escaped from school because it was so much going on. My mother had 7 in the projects, Dearborn Homes in Chicago. She was mentally ill. She was bipolar. They weren't calling it bipolar then. And they was calling it manic depressive. And definitely wasn't hearing nothing about no ADD. We was just trying to figure out that shit, that part. I'm going to keep it clean, because you finna get an education. A lot of people get missed. I wasn't learning challenged, and that was the label they gave people with ADD for years. It just became in a style to say challenge. I have attentional challenges. I have no learning disability. My challenge made me ice cold with learning shit the first time I'm told, you gonna not say no curse words in this one. I'm gonna take a deep breath, get off my emotional part of this, and make you all aware that girls get missed all the time because they are not behavior problems. And my symptoms didn't really come out full force until I had became a parent. That's when it's really challenging and you don't know why the heck you making the same mistakes over and over in your life, and you can't seem to do the simplest things that other people do easily. Not you, not the smart one that skipped the 4th grade and graduated high school at 16, was in college at 16. No, not this sister, not learning challenge. But I had dropped out the 3rd grade. Basically, because I was hungry. It was hard to go to school and hungry. Hey, Bala Mister. And I remember Nixon had signed the bill to where as kids could get a free breakfast in the morning. Well, that's what brought me back to school. And I guess, that's noticeable in the system as far as the school when they saw I, had been absent 51 days. I was going to the Museum of Science and Industry playing an arcade game about bartering. I would be in there all day trying to forget and escape my life, escape poverty. We were like Tupac family. Jada Pinkett said she knew Tupac, but they was all poor. But Tupac, he was, the poorest of the poor. That's what we were. 7 of us running around, loose. My brothers and sisters followed me like the Pied Piper. But anyway, I wasn't thinking about no ADD. I was just thinking about surviving one more day. And I had dropped out of school. My life was, that was the best thing I did for my family, because they noticed that I was gone, and therefore that's how we wound up in the system and become, we was rescued. I consider that rescued, hallelujah. I love my foster mother. I don't have a horror story, but that didn't work out the same way with all of my siblings. But I feel like it's especially important to tell y'all yes sir, Mr. Bella. I have 3. I don't really have no children, because all my kids are grown. But I got a girl and 2 boys. And the oldest boy, that's who you'll hear me referencing. I call him the boy, because I ain't know what to say on these YouTube videos. But when you say when you hear me talk about the boy, he's a grown ass man. He's 28 years old. But if it wasn't for him getting the diagnosis of ADD, I still wouldn't know what's wrong with me. I didn't learn that I was until I started reading books to help him so I could be a better parent. Or what do I got to do? What kind of adjustment I got to make? What, how you do this? What is it? Is it fatal? Can you, So, is it diet? Can you change that way, So it was, as I educated myself, it was like ding, 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 tons of red flags that came out. So I want to educate y'all on some of the red flags. I used to hate when people would say, oh, everybody forgetful. Everybody do that. That ain't no problem. Everybody lose their keys. That ain't no problem. Everybody do that. Or, or why don't you get a day planner? You lose the day planner. One quick way to identify somebody that's ADD, they always losing something. And the reason why me and my son get in the biggest blow-ups that we get is because he swear up and down he don't lose nothing, and he take the stress out on everybody else because he glaring at us like we touched it or we moved it or Okay, my son, my son put our entire family through a lot of stress over stuff he lost, stuff he did to himself, that he swear up and down he didn't do. And that is lose stuff. Out of all your kids, and you know all your kids gonna have different personalities. And Hyper may not be one of them, because I was a very well-behaved child. I wouldn't have raised any red flags in any household that I ever go in. So they not gonna call me a behavioral problem. I didn't have behavioral issue. I had attentional issues. Things that I couldn't focus on and concentrate, and it seemed harder for me to focus and concentrate on them than the average person, and everybody can easily distract me. And anything can distract me from anything that I'm doing. My grandgirl, they identified her right away. She didn't make it to kindergarten. My son made it to the first grade, but the grandgirl, woo-woo-woo, her and her uncle have something in common. They're very oppositional. I'm not oppositional. I don't know where they got that from. It wasn't me. But I can say it was me, technically, because genetically, it was on my side of the family. So, both of them have oppositional challenges along with attentional challenges. They more than a notion to deal with. And my grandgirl, she's so cute. She gets away with it because she's just so darn cute. And the little white girl. And anyway, y'all heard her little, proper speaking voice. I shouldn't say a white girl because that's a slur. She speaks like the average person around here. So, I don't know if I'm still alive. Am I still alive, y'all? Mr. Bala and, oh man, the names went away. Hey, leave a comment, y'all, if y'all can still see me. Because I don't even know if I'm talking to myself or not. I can't tell if I'm still alive. Somebody has to say something. Say something, somebody. I see one viewer. I got 4 likes. Thank you for those likes. I appreciate that. I'm trying to keep it real. And anyway, for any people who just joined or about to join, I want to focus on October awareness. Yeah. My arms is too fatigued to hold this camera and keep starting the lab over. I'ma sit it up high. Try to. And hope it let me keep a connection for a little while. Okay. And see, short-term memory. I'm ADD. Short-term memory. I'm trying to say Nicholas. Hi, Nicholas. Let me see if I can even get this a little bit higher. I love my other fellow YouTuber who channel is My New Me. I kept looking for a tripod because she kept mentioning tripod because I use a tripod, but she was sarcastically saying tripod because she used everything in the house to sit her camera on to get the picture. The now y'all get to see all the clutter. I'm doing it go live because if I don't do it live, it'll never get done. I got tons of videos, cooking videos, tutorials, you know, useful, educational. But the part that I want to educate you all on today is me. And I feel like if you don't bother to take the time to get to know me, it's your loss. These are 3 things dear to my heart. October is ADHD, ADD awareness, cancer awareness, and cyberbullying awareness. I'm not going to spend a whole video on none of them because I just got so much good news. Yeah, I can't wait to tell y'all. Oh, I'm too fatigued to keep holding this camera up in the air. That ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. I hate my internet. I mean, not internet. My internet connection is good. It's my cell phone connection, but it's the only easy way to do the go lives when you get notified by YouTube. Oh, thank you. I be trying, but my ADD. If you want to recognize your loved ones, maybe they have the same challenges. Some things that's going to come out is tons of projects. I got too many projects I'm in the middle of. I got to get those daisies in some water. I called myself doing the salsa, mango salsa yesterday. When I said I was coming back online yesterday, because I thought I was going to be finished yesterday, I collapsed on my bed and did not wake up till the next day with my salsa still sitting there on the table. So I definitely got to get to the point where I can actually do something, get some of the stuff done. But I'm impulsive about colors, but as far as ADD goes, if you got family members that is challenged with losing things and keeping things organized and well, okay, Greg, I didn't think the guys would be interested. Cool. That make me feel real good. I hate when they take them off the tree so quick and they be hard and green and so and never really get completely ripe. And when they do, it be like that big old section gone already because you waiting for it just to get ripe. But I'm just cut them sections off and put it in my compost bin out there and put the rest in this salsa because I got some beautiful peppers right there that I grew myself. And that's the thing, when you grow stuff, you find out how food really is. All this time, I always thought jalapeno peppers was green. I never knew that those green ones turn red. That surprised me. That was a surprise to me. So, growing food is science. That's an education. My grandbabies got educated this summer. They was learning all kinds of science about how to grow. And so, we black people, well, all people, I ain't gonna say that, but I got a particular bias and passion for black people. I didn't know that, Greg. I was ignorant. I'm telling you, I ain't by myself on the ignorance, because I have been in a grocery store. Let me turn this around. I've been in the grocery store and had cashiers ask me what everything is. I mean, things like a bell pepper and an onion. Who don't recognize an onion? That's how much these. I didn't know that, Greg. I'm learning something. And thank you, you know. And I'm that type of person. I absorb knowledge. I'm addicted to knowledge. And I can't mess with nobody who ain't trying to learn. Because you don't have to know as much as I know. And I'm humble. As much as I know it's plenty that know more than me. But this girl right here, she ain't no slob up here. And she reads and educates herself all the time. And I'm going to share some of that knowledge I gained, because some of it, all you need to know. So I wrote all the things. This camera, y'all, not ADD, fibromyalgia is real. It's fatigue in my arms. I really want to get this message across, especially and particularly about me, so you can understand why I do the things I do. Because some of them I don't mean to do. We don't mean no harm. Oh, God. Now that's the downside of live. When the bloopers happen, you can't edit them out. Okay, so even if you even if you one of my followers, oh, I can't get this adjusted. Oh, the fatigue is real. It is absolutely real. Oh, man. Wow. Okay, I gotta sit down. Oh. My grandbaby thought it was funny, all them grunts and groaning. I said, one day you better hope you get to the point where you grunts and groaning. It's a blessing to get over. Oh, what would I want? I wanted something out of my room. Anyway, moving right along. I don't want to spend the whole video on the ADD part, but I did want to help some people. If you're wondering why certain behaviors surface in your family, especially and particularly girls. Yeah, and it wasn't just the kids. You know, you can kind of forgive kids, because if somebody ain't taught them, you know, it ain't on them. Because my granddaughter didn't know what a plum was. She said, "What's that?" And I said, "Wow, you really got to start saying these. You really got to call the name. Call the names out so they will know." We can't be ignorant like that. That's why I don't believe food should be industrialized. We shouldn't be where we don't recognize what real food is. You know, we too supposedly sophisticated to be at that level. I mean, the ancient man knew what food was. They had sense enough to grab some shit off a tree, you know. So we behind them in that sense. And all this technology dumbing us down too. Because we ain't going outside. Oh, boy, my arms are so fatigued. This is heavy to me. Y'all ain't even going to believe it. It's just the camera and the tripod. And camera's light. But that's what fatigue does to you. It makes everything feel heavy. Sometimes even your eyelids are heavy. God. They used to say when I would visit my peeps in the country in Mississippi, they thought I was from the country, but I wasn't. I'm Chi-Town, born and bred. And I was a real grown adult before I moved away from Chi-Town. I've been here for a minute. All my kids was born there. We natives. But I turned country, and that's another thing. You brought up a good point there. In my quest for a tiny house, I asked, somebody in the grocery store, well, I was, talking about my vegetables I'm growing. Oh, thank you, my son. Thanks to my son. The boy got some good points. That was one of them. My kids always argued about who was their favorite. I didn't have no favorite. I could never just fix my lips and just say, oh, you the one, you my favorite. I wouldn't do that to no kid. But I told him he moved up ahead with that move. Definitely. Yeah, definitely he gets some favorite points. The boy got some favorite points. That's why he's lasting this long. Okay, because I'm not going to take nobody's stress or mess, which is why I'm making you all aware, and whoever bothered to take the time to see my video all the way through to the end, even if it's an hour long or half an hour, 45 minutes, because I have no awareness of time. That's the other challenge. ADD people either think now or not now. If you ain't right doing it right now, it ain't gonna get done. And it don't be like on purpose procrastinating. It's just not now. And it's very hard for us to negotiate that. Some people in the ADD category is everything gotta be now. And they not gonna wait for you. I got two of those. Two. Actually 3. I didn't get that part of the syndrome. I have a lot of patience and I will wait. They don't. They didn't get it from me. But ADD is real. And I do feel some type of way when they be talking about overdiagnosed, because some people are missed. So the boy, his diagnosis was my diagnosis, because I never went in and got anything. My girl, her position was, well, everything don't have to be treated with medicine, and I give her that, but I'm one of those, I need it. And I never would have sought treatment had my child not been identified first. And the knowledge that we gain just through life, we all of us can handle that girl, that grand girl. She a doozy, but we got it on lock. We got her butt in check. But ooh, when we was just trying to figure it out, she ain't nothing nice. She's more than a notion, and she comes in a cute little package. Black men, they automatically bad boys in Chicago. You ain't gonna automatically think that cute little voice and grand girl with the cute little hair and the cool afro that be out to here. If you need some help with a girl trying to identify what label to put on them, if they losing stuff all the time, if they forgetting stuff all the time, if they what's the other one? Get lost. Get easily frustrated. Oh, fearless me, you are. Well, I can see Nicholas. Hey, Nicholas, I can still see you out there. And I'm having technical technical difficulties too. So I'm just gonna get in when I can fit it in. You know, at one point I'd like to graduate where I could actually multitask, like get some of the stuff that I need to get done while I'm doing these videos. And I will try to do that one day when I get like a proper tripod, and, or some kind of different way to hold my camera in different places, because I'm killing my arms trying to hold it in the air to keep a good connection. But so far it ain't kicking out on me, but I don't know how long that's gonna last. So all the people that keep wanting to make a love connection by the phone connection, you're experiencing the video version of the misconnection. I have terrible connection, which leads me to the good news I got today. Oh my God, sometimes if we could just get ourselves out of our own way. I was so scared that I wasn't going to be able to do the things that I wanted to do under Social Security. If you have a disability, this is a program that's been out since 1972. It's an entitlement program. Trump can't come along and take it away. I don't care how much power he think he got. Some stuff ain't gonna go away, like that particular entitlement, because that was put in place to encourage people to get off the government payroll, and it's called the Plan to Achieve Self-Support. I've been knowing about it, and I feel that I won 15 years ago. And at that time, I was pursuing computer forensics. And when someone asked me, you know, what made me want to go into that, because this is before IDTV and, you know, cable. When I made that decision, I wanted to go into forensics. I wanted to go on forensics because I had heard a news story of a young lady who had taken her life off of cyberbullying. Somebody bullied the young lady to death. 11 years old, took her life. So me, I hope y'all can still see me, because my cut off and I was talking to myself for a second. It was like a 11-year-old that took her own life, and that touched me so much. And I wondered what had happened. I thought it was oh my God, if it ain't one thing, it's another. My battery is dying. Okay. Y'all, this means that I'm going to have to do it on the laptop, which means you're not going to see me come right back on live, and you're going to have to go over to my Google channel to see it. And damn, I don't even think you can check. Okay, well, I ain't going to be mad as long as it keep picking up where I left off. Yeah, those flowers is one of my to-do things that I really need to do right now. That's one of my projects of the many that I got going on that table. I can never keep a table clear. I don't know why I'm like that. I just have so many ideas in my head that I wear myself out before I could complete anything. And that you know, that really makes me depressed. Because I'm very talented, very creative, and very compassionate, very humble, and I would love nothing more than to train up an army of solar professionals. I know I got the neck, I got the touch, I got the background, and I also know I'm called to it, because sometimes when you get pushed into things, I keep saying, like, why do I keep getting pushed forward into these things that which I'm not good at? Because I'm not good at writing, and this stuff is requiring me to write. I ain't gonna say I'm not good at it. I just don't like it. I know some of y'all surprised I said that one based on my long comments, but that was an ADD coping mechanism. You only get those long comments when it's something really, really passionate on my mind, because that's the only time I can really lock into writing. Otherwise, I forget half the stuff, you know, I want to write by the time I get from here to the pencil. So I didn't like to write. I didn't like writing, and then I didn't, Fearless, I hope you could get back in, because I definitely want to talk to you about the Google part of my story on this video, where, thanks to Google, that's what I wrote down, cyber. And lucky for all of us that okay, well, you all, I tried to solve the disconnection problem by following somebody's advice on YouTube, and that was a joke. I actually put aluminum foil inside the case. I was desperate. I'd try anything once, even in the bedroom. Not anything gonna jump off the bridge, or animals or kids. Oh yeah, back to that. I want to focus on these things of awareness. What October is ADHD awareness, cancer awareness, cyberbullying. Google is the biggest cyberbullies on the internet. Trust and believe that, and they gonna meet their match. They gonna meet their match one day. And now y'all see the other thing I have to contend with. The train! When it goes by, I can't even hear myself talk. What people didn't know, why I even came to YouTube, I was in school, and what brought me to school, I had been out of the workforce for quite a long time, and I couldn't really figure out what I wanted to do with my life. I finally made a decision that I wanted to be in computer forensics. Why? Because of a story of a young lady who took her life. She was 11 years old, took her life because somebody bullied her to death. I just thought that was so tragic. And I thought it was just some other kids, you know, prank gone wrong, gone bad. They weren't thinking it out. And I just said it was so sad. But when I heard more details about the story, you know, and the news elaborated on, you know, all the players, it turned out to be a friend of the family, a grown-ass woman, bullied this 11-year-old girl to death. I just couldn't believe it. And so I wanted to be a part of that. And then the other cyber bullies is those credit card rapists. I call the credit card rapists the ones that you download a song for $1 and then you look at your account and they took 30 in real small print, you signing up for some shit you can't even see. I wanted to be a part of that, taking them down. Somebody discouraged me then. You ain't gonna never get rid of that. I mean, no cop or fireman gets in there believing they gonna be able to get rid of the problem, but they gonna definitely try to take a bite out the crime, because that disgusted me. I didn't want to go back into the same field that I was in as far as being a technician, you know, building and repairing computers. I thought I would be good at that because I was on the internet all the time catching them creeps that be luring the little kids in. Oh yeah, I want to be a part of that. And So that's why I chose forensics. But I made the mistake with fibromyalgia starting that class in the wintertime. And I because I one of those, I love learning. I really did love going back to school. So it wasn't like, I quit because I didn't want to be there. I had to I had to give in to the unbearable pain of fibromyalgia. And so therefore, I didn't finish with the forensics. And when I dropped out, at that point, I didn't even try to get back in until now. At that time, I was actually working. I wasn't unemployed. I was, I got all kinds of history that you ain't gonna see in the books, but I had made history being one of the first. I had made history being the first batch of disabled individuals who had a government contract. I was working for the IRS through a company called National Telecommuting Institute, which still exists to this day, for disabled people to be able to work from home. So I had a job. I was working from home. I was in school, and I was happily married. I had help, and I loved going to school. But going to school didn't love me, because it was in the wintertime. I had a 6-block walk from the train to my school. So that caught up to me, and my symptoms physically became unbearable, and I hated it. I had to give up my dream, because I don't play. When I go to school, I go there, I mean business, and I just loved IADT. So if you one of those, because they didn't call me ADD when I was in school. When I went back to school, I was aware. And by me being aware, I could claim the accommodations that I needed for my disability. And so they did make accommodations for me at the college that I went to for forensics. IADT, I loved it because it was the first school that realized some of the most artistic people are also the most technical people. So I got to rub shoulders with the artsy-tartsy people and the techie people. It was a wonderful experience, but I had to give it up and try to finish it out online, but that meant I had to change majors to web development. Thus explains the fact. Changing my major to web development is, what made me go into the FAT realm and basically participate with YouTube. I had changed once again from forensics to a new field because I couldn't do the commute back and forth. Oh, thank you. I don't never know when to shut up or stop talking because I still feel like I'm talking to myself because it keeps disconnecting. I might have a better experience when I get it set up on the laptop. I'm looking forward to that because the laptop is real clear. But that's just, that's what the destiny is. I was cursing Google for their cyberbullying antics. Cyberbullying is what led me to the field of forensics, and cyberbullying is what made me get my own website too, because I had a website to attack me. 20,000 people accused my son, the boy, trying to destroy their website. And I mean, these people came for my head, and that is not no good thing to experience. And everybody was like, well, they ain't hit you, I hate when people, minimalize, because that's why, when my sister said, why you still talking about that guy who cursed you out on Mother's Day 3 years later? And I didn't know the words for it. I finally got the words when that Negro that put the gun up to my head took my phone. The word is trauma. When I had to look up his case, they led me to that. They said they can help you financially, reimburse you for the trauma that you went through. It's traumatizing when somebody bullies you. I was traumatized by 20,000 people who tried to accuse the boy of destroying their website. And it was a double-edged pain of mine because I was calling myself doing something fun, ain't hurting nobody, ain't trying to make no career of it. It's just fun. And dragging my family in who don't have nothing to do with your stuff. They lucky that he wasn't the type that would be on the internet that deep to destroy a website, because they would have been annihilated, because my son don't play. But I held that all into myself. And I finally shared a young lady took her life, and I couldn't wait to take down people like that. I hate people when they cross my path. I set them up. I trap them motherfuckers. Don't come for me. You will go down. If that ratchet website actually had any money, my son can still sue them to this day for dragging them into that shit. No, cyberbullying is against the law, and defamation of character, publicly stating some shit on the internet, is a candidate for a lawsuit. Don't do that. Yeah, Wendy Williams, her butt get in trouble for that crap all the time. Americans love to say freedom of speech. No, it ain't freedom of speech. You are not free to bully somebody to death to where as an 11-year-old want to take her life because you calling her ugly, she's stupid, you disgusting, I took your boyfriend, you don't deserve it. That is emotionally stressful. That fucked up letter where he said, well, if you so smart, why you so broke? If you so smart with computers, why? Because I was retired and I had dedicated my life to providing my information for free. My kids are just now realizing the sacrifice that I gave to them by just staying at home and work from home. Because I didn't believe everybody should be at work. I believe that some kids need to be at home or need to have a parent at home, because that's what my foster mother gave me. I felt so sorry for the kids who said they were latchkey kids, because every time I came home, my mother was there. It was comforting. And I wanted to at least do that for my kids. And because my kid had some challenges of his own that made it difficult to be in many places besides my home, yeah, I stayed at home. And I could have been a workaholic. I was making the most money ever when my kids were younger. But along came a thing called fibromyalgia that rocked my world. And here I am, trying to still make it and fake it till I make it. Shake it, but don't break it. Anyway, yeah, I fell in love with these flowers. That was a completely impulsive purchase. And while I'm on here, I'm going to try to get that done at least. Oh, God, it was a storm hit yesterday. It was all sunny and nice when I put the zucchini down, because I wanted to come home and barbecue. Ooh. That storm got rid of all my barbecue plans. How that look? Should I put both on? I think I need to put both on right here. I got the pot for no other reason, because God knows I had plenty of 5-gallon containers. What y'all say? I wanted to put one on each side of my step. I didn't have much luck with my flowers, so I want some kind of flower in the front. Oop, I smacked my own self. That's what live do. You can't get the bloopers out. Huh? I just take a picture. I hope that looks okay outside. I just want to get it done. I constantly find a new thing to put on top of any surface. I don't know why I do that. But anyway, that was the goal with these buckets. I'm trying to see, can you? I probably have to take it out that plastic to spread them out a little bit. Oh man. And hey, Elisa. I named my tablet after you. My husband used to give everything names. I didn't get that part. Why did they name the names though? Because my son do it too. He always naming something. Giving stuff a name. But this is Elisa. And I want to get the music started, but I am such a terrible multitasker. But I want to get these flowers done. I probably had to get something with a wider mouth. Yeah, that's what I think. Anyway, they're gonna be like I didn't name nothing. I never named anything. But now I feel like I got to, because I got multiple things or the devices, because Alicia, she gonna be, Alicia, you gonna be one of the prizes for my raffle that I want to do to raise money to begin my website dreams. I'm not Tariq Nakshi. I'm not trying to make no movie of hidden colors, because here's a hidden figure, a diamond in the rough. Y'all looking at greatness, and that's not bragging. And when I say it to people who know me, they say the same thing. It's not bragging. I gave of myself for free, and these millennials got it twisted. There's some things way more valuable than money, and I don't care how much money I don't care how much money I got. I'm never gonna be one of them chasing labels. I'm gonna be a label. That's always been me. I brand all my stuff. All the trouble I got in with the various websites I was dealing with when I called myself majoring in web development and changing my career, because I couldn't do the forensics, and the forensics could only be done on in person, because of security issues. They couldn't have that be online course, because it's about security. So you had to be there in person. And so I couldn't get away with that field. They probably got online versions now, but back then they didn't. I went to the International Academy of Design and Technology. It was my favorite school next to Robert Morris that I had ever been to, and I loved it. So you might have an artistic child, but now I'm hopping in there. All these little channels that I've seen with the ladies who are real crafty, those are your engineers, and they don't even know it because we so socialized to be domestic. We gotta keep a clean house and cook. That's all my mother promoted. She didn't know no better. Third grade education. She wouldn't have never said the word engineer, but everything that I read about engineering jobs, that's where I should have been. But it is what it is. I was in the computer field. Ain't no shame in that because I've helped literally thousands, might even be millions. No, maybe not. Well, over the course of 2 decades, I've taught and helped a lot of people with their computer. So it ain't just a 2, 3, a handful. It's everybody I know. And it was my profession for decades. And it's literally killing me to sit at a computer. So I was trying to change my parachute. And I was lost. I was trying to find my way. I ain't know where I belong. And I learned, everything is it is meant to happen. Everything that does happen is meant to happen. I got a tough skin. It builds character when you go through something. I didn't know all them hours I spent on the arcade learning about the bartering system would actually be a reality. Again, I thought that was just teaching about an ancient way in which they do stuff. But you got a Federal Reserve that's as evil as it gets, because interest and indebtedness is evil, pure evil. As much abundance as it is in this world, nobody should be in debt all their life. They shouldn't be in debt for education. They shouldn't be in debt for a house. Life wasn't meant that way, because everything in the earth is abundant of everything you need, except money. That's what's fake. So you better learn some skills and be very computer literate. And I'm definitely an advocate of that. But like I said, when they bullied me, accused my son of trying to destroy their website, the shame I felt was not because he wasn't computer literate. But you still can't underestimate somebody's potential, because my son showed zero interest in the computer area. I taught him how to build a server, and he did that in one day. It amazed me. So I never underestimate anybody's intellect. He just never showed any interest in it, and he been around the computers all his life. He should be an expert. He wasn't interested. He didn't show interest. But you better be computer literate these days. And that's how all them disabled people who getting an $800 hellish check to live off of for a month, you'll be able to get back into the workforce if you pick up an electricity class and go into the solar industry. Because they is going to teach you everything you need to know on the job. Job at the job at the job at the job. Openings, I kept seeing no experience necessary. That's how badly they want people to pursue that field. And I got a knowledge that took living to learn, because I would never even make the connection between the art part. I made that connection when I finally went to the school that had both. It was the International Academy of Design and Technology. They had both. And boom, there it is. Because I was not identified. Nobody would come up to me and say, oh, you'll be a good engineer. And all through school, I would say, I hate math. I said, I hate math. I didn't say I couldn't do math. Oh, you're looking at a sister that do know how to add, subtract, multiply, and I did at least get the algebra 2. I did not volunteer for calculus or trigonometry or any of that stuff, because I hate math. But I'm good with numbers. I build stuff. You got to be able to take measurements. I build computers. I build desks. I build And I got a school teacher friend that asked me what was the difference between an engineer and a scientist, because I didn't know. Nicholas, why you take your message away? Yeah, my son went through that, and them idiots didn't even know that because they was from New York, he could have got triple damages. So if he sued for $10,000, his award would have been $30,000 because they was fucking with me, a disabled person, him too. That's one count. On the disability part, me old, because you fucking with me because I'm old. That's another extra protection I get under the law. And because he was innocent, he didn't have nothing to do with that. That's number 3. Triple damages, defamation of character. You don't go out. You don't go out publicly stating something on the internet that's not true. Really anywhere. You don't state it publicly. That's why Wendy Williams be getting the heat that she get. She got to throw allegedly all up in there. And this fool, idiot, Muppet Puppet, Miss Law the saddest, thought she was the baddest. And came for me and mine. We don't play. My son, they better be glad. I'm Miss Nice. The worst thing I did, I could have blew up their damn website with a super worm. Fuck they whole motherfucking thing up. I was trying to keep this clean, y'all, but y'all done touched on a subject. We could have been evil with it. All I did was put in all the comments because Ning was the bomb, and you could put videos in the comments way before Facebook finally woke up and started doing that. I put a banging what is that? It's house music. It's like Chicago house music, but it's some oh, I can't think of it right now, but it was about don't mess with my big girls. Don't mess with my big girls. And I put it in air, playing it over and over. I hated math, and ain't no way in the world my 20-year-old self or 16-year-old self in school would perceive myself to be a computer specialist. I wasn't just saying that, because even when I went to college the first time, I went for fashion design because I could draw my butt off and I could sew my butt off. I love those two, and I like fashion. So yeah, and I love to cook. So I got home economics and, drawing and sewing. I went to college for fashion design. It wasn't for computer science. But lo and behold, that's exactly what my career ended up being. And my degree. Because in fact, I had worked in the field, and that's what's happening with the solar industry. I worked in the computer field before I got the official credential of a degree. Had already been in the industry 10 years, because all you had to do was be willing to learn the computer. Yeah, and they couldn't wait to have people employed that was not scared of the computer. My boss was a English major. He wasn't no computer science major. When the first PCs came out, I was just like them Hidden Figures, the geeks, bringing in that big monstrosity of a thing. I used to have to wear a sweater because, yeah, back then, they would take anybody. They wasn't saying, was you good in math? They was like, can you do the computer? And then I was good at typing. So, yeah, I could do the computer and type real good. That's how it went down for me. Typing opened the door for me in computers, just like that chick. That's why I identified with that chick who stole that book from the library. That's me. I didn't steal the book, but I stole time on the computer. I worked for the Sun Times. Well, I'm confessing now. But I had a boss that I was supposed to be there at 8:30. They told me to be there at 8:30. He was never there before 12. But I had access to all the computers because that was the center where the people in the Sun Times could come in and train, learn how to do the computers. But, I hate to say it, my people, it was empty most of the time. Nobody took the initiative to come and learn. And that was the only reason why I was there. And my boss wasn't even there as much as I was. But I had the free reign to learn all the computers. I learned every last one I could. So I did not see myself as no computer specialist, but that is exactly what happened. You know, at 16, I thought I was gonna rock the world with big girl clothes. I thought I was the first one to design clothes for the big girl. And I got to New York and saw that I wasn't the only person that thought about designing for the big girl. And got intimidated. New York was too fast for me. I thought Chicago was fast enough. New York was even faster. But I had tried to get into the Fashion Institute of Technology. Because that's where I thought I was supposed to be. But it didn't happen like that at all. I ended up coming back from New York and saying, no, that's not what I want to do. And went to Job Corps. Learned typing, and that opened the door for computers, because if you could type, you could compute. And so that's how, that's what opened the door as far as that go. So you might have a daughter similar to me. She ain't no behavioral problem. I'm the kind of child that all my besties parents thought I was their best, the best friend they brought in before them. Because I was nice and I wasn't leading them into, messing up. I didn't hang out with people who didn't want to get their diploma. And it's a whole bunch of us that make it out the ghetto without falling to drugs and crack and all that. And I want to, put a face on it. Put a face on the invisible challenges like attention deficit disorder. I didn't know. Okay, Nicholas. I understand, child. I'm going to have to put this camera down soon, but I did want to touch on those things. This month is ADD, cancer awareness, and cyberbullying. I'm not going to spend video after video on that. And my arm, see, this, didn't bother me when I was 16. But now at 55, this act of raising my arm to here is off the chain. I'm just gonna go ahead and make this mango salsa before my mango goes. And called it a wrap. And this one, oh my God, 1 hour and 26 minutes. I'm so embarrassed. Probably when I get the laptop going, where I can do the YouTube. Because the reconnection and disconnection definitely makes it longer and annoying. It takes y'all comments out and I just see a number. So I'm going to work on that. That's my challenge, to try to solve that problem where I can just go on YouTube and on the laptop. Yeah, I'm too fatigued. I can't keep holding this tripod, so I'm gonna come up out this video. 1 hour and 27 minutes is a long time for somebody with fibromyalgia hold a tripod and do a video. I want to get my mouth on some mango salsa and a little Mary Jane. And I will come back. I didn't get to share y'all good news, but I just got some more good news, from Social Security Administration. Made it so easy and smooth for me to be able. The government gave me a chance to turn in my past plan, Social Security, and structure it towards solar the solar industry, which will give me a chance to upgrade to a faster and better internet connection, because it's for the purposes of school and getting a job. So, hallelujah, it's a plan that allows me to save my check that I get now under disability and put it in a savings account towards equipment and supplies and whatever for school or for what you need to get back to work. So if you're disabled and you want to get more information on that, I will put a link in this video. Leave a comment. Please leave a comment. Likes don't really help none of my videos. They just sink and die on Facebook, because Facebook is not set up like YouTube. Videos don't get the best notification process. So it actually helps my videos, no matter what they are, to leave a comment, even if you don't watch the video. I'm just trying to get y'all trained up to help me and build my channel. Just show some love. Just put a little heart emoji, because when you leave a comment, more people get notified. Likes do not have that same power. The comment. Oh, so my phone's saying you can go another second more, but leave a comment. You know, you could just put a period, a dot, and that will help more people see the video, even if you don't know how to share or you don't feel like sharing. If you think this is going to help somebody else, you know, especially people dealing with ADD, this one, share this one. And I will be appreciative. That's why I try to keep it clean. Okay, so y'all, I gotta go. Peace and love. Leave a comment. You could put a period. Comments is king with me. I live for the comments. See you in the next video, God willing.